Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here. Something that's kind of interesting, but basically it's not too great of a haul actually when you look at it. I basically just picked up a bunch of controllers this week. It's been pretty dry out there. There hasn't been a whole lot. There's been a few things I think, but I would have normally picked up in the past, but I've been leaving that stuff behind just because it either has no value or I don't really want to play it. So I'm not going to be picking that kind of stuff up anymore. So I'll get started anyways. I picked up a couple of Skylanders today. Actually, I went around and hit up the thrift shops. It's Saturday here, and there was really nothing, and I hit up probably 5 or 6 of them. So I'm kind of surprised I couldn't find a thing to buy, but I did hit up a Toys R Us and decided to pick up a couple Skylanders just because that's the way the day was going. So here we go. The first one that I picked up here is actually Light Core Countdown. Pretty cool right there. Pretty happy to add that one to the collection. It's nice to find these Light Core ones. Sometimes they're a little harder to find. Pretty surprising though. Now that I think of it, I'm finding a lot of Light Core type of figurines, and I'm finding less of the regular kind of ones because I know different waves have come out, and I haven't picked up every single character or figurine for every single wave yet as far as the Swap Force ones go, but it seems like I'm running into the Light Core ones. I mean, I go to Toys R Us and they have the legendary ones and the rest of their shelves are cleared out, which is really weird because I've been collecting since the first series of this, and when you went to the stores you couldn't find the legendary ones and you could find all the regular ones, and now it's like the regular ones are harder to find than the Light Core or legendary type ones, so it's sort of strange. The next one that I picked up, this was kind of interesting actually. I paid for the other one and then I sort of walked back through the store a little bit, and this was sitting over on an alternate shelf, so it wasn't with the rest of the Skylanders. Somebody must have picked it up and then set it down and decided not to buy it. Good thing that they did though, because I decided to, because I didn't have it in my collection. And it's Wham Shell Light Core, so that's pretty cool right there. Pretty good. I'm doing quite well with my Skylander collection actually. I know it's not everybody's favorite kind of thing, like probably a lot of people that watch this channel think that it's for kids or whatever, but if you haven't checked it out before, you know, try to pick up something on the cheap, like check out, you know, Craigslist or Kijiji or whatever, and pick up a few figurines and just test it out for yourself. It's kind of fun. Like, it reminds me of old dungeon grinding kind of games. You know, definitely check it out. It's pretty fun. I know it looks like it's designed for kids and it can get quite pricey, but it is tons of fun. So if you haven't, go check it out. Most of the stuff came from Talese actually. So here we go, I'll get started. First thing I picked up was an N64 controller. This one here I paid $3 for. So I know that these are, you know, they can go for like 10 to 12, 15 bucks kind of thing. It's in pretty good shape actually. The joystick's quite nice. So it's not like perfect or anything. There's a little bit of a wobble in it, but who cares? Like, you're never really gonna find one that's like perfect nowadays. Looks pretty good. It's actually pretty clean considering the fact that it came out of a thrift shop, so pretty good deal right there. The next thing that I got that same day was actually from a Goodwill. It was totally cleared out, there wasn't a whole lot, and as I was leaving I actually glanced down, and I don't know why, but I glanced down at the garbage can by the cashier, and there was this sitting wide open, kind of like that, no game in it, DS case. So I just asked Lee, I said, look, like, if you're gonna throw that out, I'll take it because I can use it for, you know, putting Game Boy Advance games in this slot right here, and making labels and stuff like that for it. So it was, you know, Caesar Milan, Dog Whisperer, whatever, who cares. It did come with the manual, so maybe somebody wants that, I don't know, but I'm not really interested in that game anyways. I just wanted to get the case, but that was free, so can't complain at all about free, right? Next thing was, just yesterday, I went into a Goodwill. It was 50% off everything in the Goodwill, so I decided to pick up a couple of items. The first thing that I picked up is not actually a game. It's a PS Vita case, and this here was $2.50, so I thought, why not? I don't even own a Vita, but I thought, you know, it's like complete there and everything like that. I think it has been opened before because it's sort of like not totally in there just right. I think someone's actually taken that out and taken a look at it before, but ultimately, like, it's brand new kind of thing. So never really see PS Vita stuff at a Goodwill, so I thought I would pick that up. $2.50. And then one game I picked up from there, and and I don't think it has a whole ton of value, but it's not that big of a deal when it comes down to it, because I want to check it out. It looks kind of interesting on the back. It's Rogue Warrior, and this one here is not complete. It doesn't have the manual, which kind of sucks, but I think the disc, if I remember correctly, is in pretty much perfect shape. So yeah, it's like mint basically, and I paid $2 for this, so thought it was worth it. If not, at least the case alone for a loose game or something like that is definitely worth it. And the last thing that I found yesterday, like I said, this is sort of a controller bonanza, is a GameCube controller, black one, and this one here is $4. And I do have some systems that I'm going to be selling off later, so I'm going to pair them with controllers that I have, because I right now have, I don't know, let me see here, I can see them right in front of me. There's like at least 5 or 6 controllers sitting right there, probably a few more that I still need to clean, and there's that one there. But you know, for $4, I'm not going to turn that down at all. And then finally, or actually there's actually one more thing after that. I totally forgot that I bought the last thing, which I shouldn't have bought at all probably. But this one here also for $4. It's in decent shape as well. All the buttons feel good, and that's kind of awesome. So again, I'll be pairing that with the system, and I think I do have a black system that I'm selling, and I do have a silver system that I'm going to be selling eventually. So you know, I have the right complementary colors to go with it. Makes it look better. And then finally, and this I probably shouldn't have bought, but I will explain why I bought this for this price, because there's a couple of reasons that I did, and it's John Madden football. I picked this up from a Value Village, which is notoriously overpriced now for their games. This one here was $4, which, you know, isn't that big of an investment when you think of it. The reason why I bought this actually is because it came with the sleeve, which I want to put on a way more expensive game in my collection to protect it, and the actual back of this one is like really perfect, so I'll end up taking the back off of this one and putting it onto a game that is a little more valuable and is kind of beat up. So I decided the $4 investment isn't that big of a loss, and I don't have it in my collection as well, so that way I can just add it in. I know it only goes probably for a couple of dollars though. But that's everything. It was a pretty slim week. There's not a whole lot out there for me to pick up. It's been pretty much picked over constantly. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Hopefully I score huge pretty soon, because it's kind of getting a little depressing out there. I mean, that was basically a whole week's worth of stuff that I picked up, and nothing really overly exciting, I don't think. I am pretty interested in checking out Rogue Warrior. I haven't heard a whole lot about it. It might be, you know, it might not be a very good game. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know it goes for cheap, but that doesn't always mean that it's a bad game. So we'll see how this one goes, and that's about it. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Feel free to thumbs up this video, and I will see you all later.